I'm probably gonna save the day tomorrow. And I'm gonna be Batman tomorrow. Because I'm Batman. I need to tweet that real quick.
Hello, Bat fans!
Hello.
Today we've got a special one lined up for you. We all know that Batman would win in a fight against anyone, but which Batman? In this special episode, we are going to find out.
Well, well. We've come a long way from the Prime Minister's exploding cake. Or have we?
We'll start off with Adam West.
Yeah, Adam West. A nostalgia favourite, obviously. Everybody loves him.
Yeah, I requested him, I think, in my very first video back then.
That's right. Well, you know, dreams can come true, and here we are. It's
exactly.
reality. It's reality. Believe it. So he is 75 rep. This guy.
75 rep.
So he's the cheapest.
He's the cheapest.
By a long shot.
Yeah. Obviously, every Batman here is a leader, and they're all awesome because Batman is awesome. So, how do we rate Adam West? His stat wise, he's strength 4+, movement. Strength is well, not compared to the other Batman, but movement 2, which is actually pretty poor.
That's awful.
Attack 4, defense 4, endurance 7, special 3, and willpower is a low 6.
Yeah.
So, stat wise, as a leader, he actually looks more akin to a penguin or something.
Yeah,
like
sort of second-rate leader, really, isn't he? Yeah. But he's cheap. You know.
75 points. So yeah, you're not really breaking the bank with him. Equipment wise, he's got the shark repellent, so he uses the big spray template for that.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's expansive with enervating 1. So you put this template down, it hits everything automatically, and everyone's going to lose 1 counter.
Who chooses the counter? You know?
Oh, your opponent will choose.
Oh, right, okay. So the victim chooses which counter is awesome.
I think that is absolutely rubbish.
It's not. It's better than nothing. Well, that's about the strongest thing you can say about it, really.
Yeah. Well,
if somebody's coming at you with a combo with something and they put 4 attacks, they have 4 attack counters ready, and then you force them to take one of them. You're not forcing them to take an attack off, right? Yeah, it's very weak.
It's pretty. Oh well, that's his whole attack out of the way as well.
It's fluffy though. It's fluffy.
It is fluffy. I think you'd have to be in a bit of a spot to use it, or quite opportunist. If your enemy was somehow in a line and you could hit 5 of them,
yeah,
maybe it's worth it. But otherwise, I don't think you'd ever use it. You're better off attacking normally, or
it'd be slightly good against a nicely lined up queue of some low-level henchmen, wouldn't it? You know, we've got like 5, 6 willpower each.
It would be alright, but I
still wouldn't be.
I still don't think, and you still have to get in quite close or relatively close to actually get it off. It just, I think it's actually a little bit of it's a good joke weapon, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, it's a joke Batman.
Yeah,
can I say that?
Yeah. He is awesome, but he is the joke Batman. Excuse the interruption, the gods aren't with us and they're icing us out with rain and hail. Anyway, Batlings, every single Batman has the same weapon here. They've all got the Batlings, you know, the shurikens.
These are the...
Yes, so they've got short range and throwing. Awesome weapon, 2 stun each. So short range is 20 centimeters.
Yeah.
Throwing means that they can move and fire at the full
rate of fire. Not affected, yeah, which is really nice. It's just so annoying when you've got a gun or a pistol, which is short range and you can't use it because you can't use it properly. You know?
Well, I find it's very fluffy as well. It almost feels like Batman's going to run in somewhere, and before he's out of range, you can actually just run in, throw these, and really, you know, against the lower defense henchmen, he can really make a mess of it. You can knock people out straight away, which is
rate of fire 2 stun generally. That's what these have anyway, and that's. Henchmen won't enjoy that.
Yeah, but on Adam West they're actually especially good because he's a cheap leader.
Yeah.
To have a pretty powerful weapon, especially in comparison to his other shark repellent spray, which you don't really use.
Only Christmas, really. Yeah.
Right, let's go on. Detective.
Yeah, detective is you can ignore one of your opponent's pass chances. They used to be called pass opportunity. So if your opponent's got a pass and he uses it, you can cancel it with detective. Also nowadays you can use it to re-roll on the riddle table. Makes good sense. He's good at solving riddles, so you get to re-roll that. It's only 1 to 6 the riddle table, so a good chance of getting something good or positive with a re-roll.
So you don't like that result, take another one. So detective, just a good thing.
Yeah, he's got veteran, so this is mini trickster, if you like. So when he activates, he can rearrange 2 of his counters on his card anywhere he likes.
I actually found that on Adam West is one of the best things, because he's only willpower 6, which is pretty lame.
Yeah.
Like for a leader, especially.
Yeah.
For a combat leader, as soon as he starts getting injured or whatever, at least he still has an opportunity to mess him around.
Yeah.
If he need to, he can actually stick a lot of defense in. If he doesn't need to use it, great. He still has an opportunity to attack.
Yeah, so
or backlaw or
it's
whatever.
almost worth another willpower that on its own, isn't it? Really. So
yeah. So the veteran on him, and you know what? If there's any character in the entire game that should have veteran, it's him.
Yeah, because he's quite old now.
He is the veteran of all Batmans, isn't he?
Yep, he's got reinforced gloves, which is when you're unarmed, normally you do 1 stun. Reinforced gloves, you do 2 stun per successful damage.
Yeah, so he's good. So that's decent damage. So he's a decent damage giver, although I find that he's got no way to reroll his hits and no reroll wounds.
Yeah.
And he's a strength 4, which makes it a bit...
blunts him a bit.
Him going in, and the strongest attack, he's attack 4 as well, so he's not even that threatening even when he goes in.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, if I was being attacked by Adam West, I'd feel like, go for it.
Yeah, he's better off focused on low defense guys, I suppose.
If he can get all his attacks in, and if he gets lucky to hit, great, but I don't know, it's not that reliable. But that also goes with his batlings. They're strength 4, as opposed to all the other ones which are strength 3.
Okay, there's a slight...
Spoiler.
We should put in here a special trait probably, because it's related to his combat, which is, we'll go back to that. But kind of related, he's got a special trait which is kapow, special effect, insert here, which is 1 special. Until the end of its activation, this character's unarmed strikes have crit 3 stun. So that's a long shot, because he's not got brutal or anything like that. Why would he? He's Adam West, he's a nice guy. But if you do manage to damage somebody with your strength 4, and you do manage to roll a 6 on the collateral damage die,
you get 3.
3 extra.
I found it impossible to find the tokens to start putting them in special.
That's the special, that's the downside. Yeah.
Do you know what? I felt like he should have kapow, crit kapow.
For free,
Just give it to him.
Definitely.
Just his willpower is so low, he's quite expensive.
Yeah.
He isn't that offensive, he has no brutal.
Yeah.
So, and it would work, but that would mean that people would laugh when you get the crit, rather than the Batman player cringing every time they have to take a special off. I feel like it's somewhat null and void.
Yeah.
It's not even that strong.
Yeah. Okay, he's got, I think every single Batman has Batclaw, apart from one version of one Batman who hasn't, for good reasons we'll go into. Batclaw, 1 move, 1 special, changed recently with the new up-to-date new edition of the rules, and it's 1 move, 1 special. You can go up to 30 centimeters, but you've got to go at least 10. At least 10, and you must be a significantly different area of the play area. I think there's words to that effect. So what that means is you cannot scoot along 12 centimeters along the flat surface.
You can't just do a scoot there to there, but you can go up to there.
Yeah.
There's a and-or 10 length as well.
It's height or length. So
what we're led to believe is that you could go from there to there.
Yeah.
Because that's not the same playing surface. That's what we're led to believe.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because this building is a different building than this building, but the wording is wide open because it's one piece of flat ground is not the same as another piece of flat ground, but it's one of those that I think that right now we need to apply common sense.
I think that common sense. It does seem like you need to use it to get to another place that isn't the same. The same flat surface. So going there to there is a no-no. But going there to there, questionable perhaps.
It's imagination time, guys. You've got to use your fluff imagination here and just do the right thing. Even though it would burn some of us to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah.
I suppose scraping along the pavement 30 centimetres, if you like, or whatever the equivalent is in game, is silly, really.
It wouldn't be a war game if there was no arguments in it.
True, yeah. You can't mitigate every single thing. So that's the back claw. They've just about all got that. So.
And one of his best abilities is perhaps arrest.
Yeah, arrest.
Arrest is a movement and a special. If someone's KO'd, go over to them, spend that, crit.
Casualty. Yeah.
Crit or casualty.
Casualty.
Yes. Sorry, hooray.
Busted.
And finally, Millionaire, $300 added to your band.
Nice, yeah.
It's
another toy, another ammo, another, whatever.
It means that him being there, he's actually a good leader of a henchman band.
Yeah.
Because he got more money for guns and toys for your henchmen, and he's also got the ability to inspire or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's not as good at fighting as the other Batmans.
Yeah.
He's not as good at fighting, so he's relying on other people to do his work. So, yeah, the 300 really comes in handy.
Yeah.
He's in his prime, he'll kill you.
It's the only way I'll know.
Next up is Frank Miller, or Frank Miller's version of Batman, we should say. Really cool model, the one with the little bat flying past him and the
Probably the best model that they've.
Really nice.
Well, he's one of the most iconic. I'd be surprised if he wasn't the best seller.
Yeah.
So let's look at his stats. He's got strength 3+.
That's a lot better, yeah.
All of the next ones have 3+, so they're all proper fighters.
Yeah.
And brawlers. Movement 2, so same as the last guy. Attack 4, defense 4, which is the same as before. Endurance 9, that's a bit of a bump up.
Yeah.
He can suddenly take punishment.
Yeah.
And a big boost, willpower 8.
Yeah.
That's massive. That's a leader who can really take care of himself. That's a guy who can attack, defend, and do all his tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, massive improvement on the last guy. The price goes up as well. Reputation is 109. Fair enough, really, because of the improvement.
Yeah.
He's got the batlings, 2 stun, rate fire 2 ammo 2, exactly the same throwing short range as Adam West.
Yeah, you can use them the same way. Run in somewhere if that's the first thing you're going to do.
Yeah.
Very handy.
Yeah, and then he's got Bat Cape. So this helps you with getting down from buildings.
Why did Adam West not go Bat Cape?
It's because Adam West got down buildings with his comedy rope, walking down the buildings, and then some cheesy celebrity would look out the window. Oh hi Batman. Frank Miller doesn't deal with that sort of nonsense. He just goes.
All right, okay, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Batcape costs 1 special to use. It's a passive ability, which means that you can fall off the building at any time, spend that special. You're not going to die. You get down for free.
Do you just drop straight down still, or can you move around?
No, straight down.
Oh, yeah. Parachute, basically.
Yeah, I think there should be a little bit more of a.
Yeah, you should be able to go within 10 centimeters and swoop away.
I guess you could have made any thousands of rules, so whatever, it worked.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, so that's good. A handy little trick, and just in case it depends on your terrain really. If you're doing a lot of rooftop battles, that can be very useful if you manage to get pushed off a building. He's got sneak attack, which is a very interesting one. Does that cost a special one?
1 special.
Yeah. So this is where if you are attacking, if this Batman is attacking a miniature, and that miniature, he was out of the line of sight of that miniature at the beginning of the round, the victim cannot defend against those attacks.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So if you're sneaking, hide out of sight in an alleyway, and he runs out, smashes somebody, he's going to do a lot of damage to him. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think he caught me out once with one of our early games.
Sewers and stuff. It's a very unusual ability to use, to be honest. I mean, it's very peculiar to actually ever get it off.
Well, do you see it a lot in computer games? Don't you? If you creep up behind somebody, you can finish them off with 1 button press. Same sort of thing, really. And he doesn't see you coming, so he's got no defence. It's really good, nice.
It is
fluffy rule, yeah.
Yep.
Pretty devastating though, quite powerful.
If you can get it off, if he can get that off against someone who thinks that they got defence against them, and then you suddenly hitting them, and then you've got your strength 3+ with 2 stun each from the
Reinforced gloves.
Reinforced
which he's also
gloves.
got, yeah.
Gosh, then someone's really gonna, pay for that.
Yeah.
It's good. Bat Armor Mark 1.
Right, so Bat Armor Mark 1 is, I always get these mixed up because
It's the heavy armor.
yeah, it's the 5-up save, vulnerable save if you're into 40k, or ward save if you're fantasy. It's a 5-up save against anything.
You get hit, you roll these dice and see.
Combat or ranged, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anything sort of
Anything-
explosives as well, yeah. Anything
Anything that needs to hit you.
Yeah. So it's once you hit, you can then roll,
Yeah. One shotgun will go through it.
because one shotgun is something different. It's an
One
armor
after
thing.
hit, yeah. We're still talking about one shotgun.
Yeah, we're still fighting about
I'm
it.
still bitter about it.
So this is good, but
Ugh.
Si's pointed out tonight, I didn't really realise this, that if you've got the Bat Armor Mark 1, yes, you've got the 1 in 3 chance of negating any hit, but it's generally on characters who are lower movement. So
It is. It's a lower movement.
This guy's movement 2, so this is like the thick, heavy
It's
armour.
a heavy armor as opposed to the other armor, which is the light, maneuverable one.
I didn't pick up on that one, so yeah, so it's good armour, but it slows you down. That's the idea. It was really good. 1 in 3 chance, great.
So he's got a back claw. We
Yeah.
covered that last time. Rewind about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Reinforced gloves. We covered that
2 still.
2.5 minutes ago. Yeah, go for that.
Night vision. Right, night vision is you can see at any distance, I believe.
So he doesn't have the 30 centimeters. So
Don't not to be mixed up with total vision, which is you can see at any distance and around things. Generally.
yeah, total vision is the better
So
one.
night vision, you still need an uninterrupted line between, you and the guy.
I don't really know what he uses night vision for, but
It's fluffy. He should have night. He's got the. He must have a version of the goggles,
he probably does.
Yeah.
He's got no ranged weapons or anything that you can.
I'm thinking a sneak
You
attack.
can
Is it possible that you could actually be?
Are you crazy? You are bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, I've been stabbed. I might be bleeding out, but it's okay. Because I'm Batman.
This is
Dark Knight Rises Batman.
film Batman, as a lot of people refer to him as. Quite
So
properly.
his stats, he's got strength 3, movement 4, as opposed to the 2 from the last guy.
Very
got-
nimble compared to the last one.
Attack 4 and defense 5. Endurance 8, so he's actually lost a pip of endurance compared to the Frank Miller version. The same willpower. His reputation is 120, so he's actually 11 points dearer than Frank Miller Batman.
Which is not massive, really.
Which isn't massive, so that's
Definitely, good guy Batman.
for leaders as well. So you'd think that they're fairly comparable here.
Yeah.
So what else? Why do you think he's better? He's lost in endurance again with defense. I would actually personally.
Defense 5.
I'd rate defense 5 way over endurance.
Amazing defense 5.
Defense 5 is as high as it gets. So yeah, I can't wait for a defense 6 character. Come on, Flash, give him 6.
It should be 7, really. So he's got sorry, I've not got my glasses on, so he's got Batcave.
Okay, one special he can fall. Yeah.
Nice.
Next,
Detective.
he can pass. He can.
Nice trick.
Yeah. Do that.
He's got Stealth.
We covered that in the last guy. He can run around corners and.
No.
Oh no, sorry. This is the 20.
This guy's got Stealth. Yeah.
So the sneak attack.
You can only see him if he's closer than 20, or if he's daft enough to stand underneath the lamppost, which he wouldn't do, I don't think. Well, that Stealth will come back in a minute with my fiendish plot to do an exploit. So, got Batclaw, you know what that does. Reinforced gloves, yeah, that's fine. Combo with an arm, as did the Frank Miller version,
Other
so
guy,
that's good. So he's got many of the same tricks that the other guy's got. He's got sneak attack as well, so
he has the sneak attack.
he's got sneak attack and the stealth. So my question is, if you're standing 22 centimetres away from a chump henchman, he can't see you. Can you feasibly dash in and do sneak attack on him? So you can. That's really good.
Yeah, so he actually has the ability that the other guy should, but
should have. Yeah, this guy's perfected it.
So he can run in and do the assassination.
Nice. It's really good.
He's got arrest, which is we've gone through that.
Which
as
is
well.
Adam West's best quality. Yeah.
Yeah, arrest is just brilliant on Batman because Batman's great at actually knocking people over. It's actually then he needs to finish the job, which is a problem with suddenly the double stun becomes like just one blood when they're on the ground. And it's not quite enough to kill anyone really.
Yeah.
And then Bat Armor Mark II, so we covered that as well. That was instead he's got a 6 up.
6 up, yeah.
After he gets hit.
Save against any hit. But the upside is he's got movement 4, so he's wearing the lighter improved armour.
Yeah.
I think it would have been improved if you could still move and get the 5 up, but maybe that's future Batman, I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, what's the newer releases, it actually makes a bit of sense. Like, look at Swamp Thing. Take an agility test, or you're stuck.
Yeah.
Suddenly, this Batman is actually pretty much immune to that, whereas the other one is vulnerable to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if these abilities are coming more and more into play, it will. And, it's a nice little mark-off that these two have. He's better defense, he's got worse armor save.
But, yeah, much better movement.
Endurance is different. It's just, the movement is...
Sneak attack with the movement is a lovely old combination. So this guy's supposed to be zipping around everywhere.
Yeah, I actually think I'd rate him a little bit more, but for 120 points, is he 11 points better? You really have to go through that.
Yeah, I think so. Just because of the stealth.
The stealth with
the sneak attack and the stealth together.
Yeah.
I don't know, 11 points. I don't know.
Well, put it this way, he's lost night vision, put stealth in there.
Well, night vision, we don't know what that was
We're
for.
still questioning it, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so let's move on. We're going to move on to where this game started, Arkham City Batman.
Arkham City Batman, yeah.
So this guy is pretty much a beast. He's got strength 3 plus, movement 3, so he's average movement.
Somewhere between,
Attack 5, defense 5,
wow.
endurance 8, and willpower 8. So that attack and defense, he is just able to, 5 and 5. That's
serious trouble, isn't it?
The best of the two worlds, really.
He's almost just glancing at the card. I'm thinking it's a large character. It's
That's it. Large characters are generally attack 5.
Yeah,
he gets it.
He's not.
So, he's got the Batwings as usual.
Yeah.
He's 130 points.
He's not. He's got a batarang. It's slightly different. If you've played the game.
Sorry, it is. Yeah.
This is a remote control. It's 2 stun, rate fire 2, ammo 3, and throw in medium range. That's 40 centimeters.
He's got 40. So my apologies. Sir.
Remote control, so you can stand here, fire it down there, around there. Hit somebody who.
But he has to be able to see them.
He does, but luckily enough, he's got total vision, which is night vision, and he can also see behind things as well, so he can see everybody everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So he can literally just hit people. The point of remote control a lot of the time is that you can actually ignore blinks.
Yeah.
Because you can do that.
You do, yeah.
But you still need to see your target.
It's from the game. It's straight out of the game where you put your back vision on and you can see people through X-ray vision.
Oh, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's good.
So what equipment has he got? He's got a bat cape, detective, bat claw, reinforced gloves. We've done all them. Sneak attack. We've done it. So we'll go through some of the things we have. He's got explosive gel.
Explosive gel straight out of the game. For anybody who knows it, it's the old walk away, blow.
He does it as a Batman symbol every time.
As far you had Sai explain this the other day, and it didn't sound as exciting in this game as it is in the video game. What does it do in the game, Sai? I've forgotten. It just seems weak. But
in the game,
you can destroy lampposts, can't you?
Oh, you can destroy any items. There's rules being written at the moment that you're going to be able to destroy containers and pretty much anything. I think well, not buildings.
I've got 2 theories. This is for specialised scenarios, where you've got to destroy the cache of ammo or something like that, or it's for something that's coming in the future for the game.
I like the idea that suddenly when we see Joker truck, explosive gel is going to do a lot more damage to that truck. This is the sort of thing it should be doing. It should be used on these big immovable or heavy
to be fair, you can't use it in the game. If you've got a terrain set up where you can go indoors, and maybe there's a locked warehouse door. In theory, you could rule that the explosive gel will get through or something like that. It's just you're playing fluffy scenarios, I think mainly. kind of in the white heat of the tournament, I don't think it would be used very often, would it?
Yeah, it's a bit expensive.
Unless you're being
as well.
silly and trying to put it on a pro knocked out character and blow it up.
Something
Silly like
The
that.
only thing I think you would use it on it is a sewer in your area when you know that they're going to come down and just grab your objective.
Yeah.
You put it on that, turn one, you go over, manipulate that, explosive gel down, you walk around, something's going to turn, blow it up, great. See
We
you
could
later.
break the game if the two sewers quite near to each other and only two sewers on the board, and a guy goes down into the sewers, and this guy with explosive gel manages to destroy both sewers while he's down there. What happens?
Well-
It's like a philosophical question.
No, it happened in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, sorry,
They
it happened to
always
the
get-
entire police force, didn't it?
They're dumb enough to do it. Then
Oh no,
that's
stuck
definitely happening
now.
in this.
Stuck. Patch is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's been answered in the movies.
However that happens,
Yeah.
yeah. So next up, we're going to hit counter-attack.
I've not seen this one for a long time, but it's changed a little bit. It's a bit more supple now, isn't it?
Well, I think it needs explaining. Okay, so imagine this. You've got a guy coming in and he has 3 attacks on him. He comes into your Batman and your Batman has 3 defense and a special. This guy comes in, he throws 3 attacks at you. They've all hit. Your Batman can spend that special
Immediately at that point.
and try and defend them. Now he rolls to defend. Hurrah! He defended all 3 of these attacks. What happens then is you immediately turn these 3 defense into attacks. So then you immediately roll 3 attacks on this assailant, and so you get 3 free attacks. And this resolves before that guy has actually done anything to you at all. So even if they had got one of these attacks through, they might be unconscious by the time they've even done it.
So this guy's hit you 3 times, but before you roll to damage, you do the whole counter-attack process.
Yeah.
So that could lay him out cold or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then he is at that point knocked out or down, and he cannot continue to his damage roll.
No, we can't. Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
Just forget
So
it.
basically he's throwing punches at you, he's coming straight for Batman's face, and he's grabbing, swizzling around and throwing back in the air.
It makes sense. It happens all the time in the game. So
Yeah.
It's great.
He has the old Y button. Yeah, it's definitely.
Really well written.
No, it's good. It's awesome.
He's got Bat Armor Mark 1, which is just amazing on him.
Yeah.
That just makes him even better. And he's got movement 3, so he's
Defense 5 with a 6-up save against all hits.
He isn't lacking like the other Batman.
Very
the
strong.
Miller one. So this guy is just he's a savage.
He's a nice range guy as well with his remote control batarang.
Yeah,
he's
40. Yeah.
He's got all the tools really, hasn't he?
Oh, ammo 3 as well. Ammo 3.
Yeah.
God, this guy is actually. Yeah.
You get to an ammo crate, you'll be laughing, aren't you?
He's getting even better.
Yeah.
Oh, back for more, eh?
Now why? Why would you do that? Newsflash! I'm the one who's trying to kill you! Those were 2 very, very bad men. Ooh, the things they've done. You really don't want to know. They deserved death! Just like me.
Next up, we are going into the heavy heights of the most expensive leaders here. So for
Right.
144 reputation.
That's Deathstroke levels, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Origins Batman. So he's got he's got the exact same stats as the other Batman. So strength 3, movement 3,
No, so
attack
Arkham
5,
City,
the city Batman.
Yeah, I guess, can we expect to see, I suppose, there's Arkham Asylum Batman, who won't be much different, somewhere between these two, obviously. They've got the new game coming out soon, isn't it? Arkham Knight, is it?
I think they'll skip Asylum. I think he's.
Yeah, it's kind of... I don't know. You don't know, they might do it, but... Yeah, Arkham Knight will probably be, fingers crossed, there'll be one for him. But yeah, so that's the video game stats, I guess. Which are decent, they're very decent.
Very decent. The same as
great,
City. So he's reputation 144. Why is he 14 points dearer that city then.
He's got a lot more stuff written on his card. That's
Yeah, he does. He's got, let's see his weapons. He's got a remote claw, which is rate of fire 1, ammo 1. He's got 2 damage, throwing, short range, and knockdown. So this guy, as soon as he hits you, you're knocked down. He doesn't even need to roll a crit knockdown.
Wow, that's good.
He's got you down.
That's awful.
I like that rule because
Yeah.
that's the exact, it was the weapon you got in the game.
Yeah.
I think that it's a shame though. I would have liked to see more rules on it.
Yeah.
You knock down him and you knock down the guy within 5, because remember in the game you'd always do it and 2 guys that knock together and fall down. Pretty comedic, but I suppose that seems so much they can really write in the weapon traits.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I was drifting away into the game. I was trying to remember who we got that off. In the game.
That's right.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's one of the first weapons.
You can zip 2 guys and make them knock heads.
I think it's the weapon that you use the most often as well.
I didn't when I played it. You did, didn't you?
Non-stop.
Yeah, you killed everybody in the game just by doing that, basically.
So you got the batarangs, same as last time. He's got the throwing medium range remote control, so go around.
So he's got a decent gun.
Yeah, he's got total vision as well, so it's the same trick as before. And this is his big thing. He's got shock gloves.
From the electrocutioner or whatever he was called.
Yeah, so they do 2 damage, but they've got crit shock on them as well.
Yeah.
And crit shock, I think, is a little bit of a tough one to get off.
Any flat crit is, isn't it?
But this says what shock does is if you get your 6 on your collateral die, they lose they can't use any tokens.
Can't use any tokens. So I mean, if you get that off on a big gun like Bane, Titan Bane or Swamp Thing, you're going to ruin.
Absolutely, you're gonna ruin anyone who you get a crit off, but it's not guaranteed. That's the hard part.
1 in 6 for each.
Getting that off in the first place
1 in
is
6.
so difficult.
Yeah.
Items, he's got a bat cape so he can fall off buildings, he's got bat claw so he can jump up buildings, he's got bat armor mark 1 so he's got that 5 up armor safe.
Movement 3, this guy.
Yeah, he's got total vision, which we went through before. Explosive gel so he can blow up those sewers. Counter attack so he can make sure that people don't beat him up. Although it's hard, I found counter attack on these 2 actually quite difficult to use because their defense is so high, it's hard for people to even hit them in the first place.
Yeah.
He's got detective and sneak attack.
So he's another mixture really.
He's just got everything.
The big thing is the shot gloves really, isn't it? And the remote claw.
Yeah, shot gloves, remote claw for 14 more points. I know, I feel a bit like that. I feel it. Also remember, you can only shoot one of these guns a turn.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, with your notepad out wondering what you're going to shoot. So
yeah, at least you got the options though, haven't you?
He has the options.
You got all kinds of options. If somebody gets him with an assault rifle, you're a bit more sad because he's 144 points. Well, it's unlikely, but it could happen.
Catastrophic. Eject sequence initiated. Goodbye.
The last Batman.
Yeah. This is the Oddity.
Yeah, Mr. Bat Pod guy. He's on a bike. He actually turns into, if you want to, he can turn into the Dark Knight Rises Batman. You can get off that in the.
So it's a historic moment. The first vehicle in the game, isn't it? The first and only at the moment.
Yeah. What do you think of it written into the game?
Yeah, I mean it works as an oddity. Basically this is a different character who can voluntarily change into the non-mounted version, but you need 2 cards.
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't know many games where you can dismount off your horse or whatever. I've not seen that. They're probably out there, but I've not seen it. So I don't know other ways you can deal with it.
I feel a little bit like when the vehicle rules are written in full and we see them, I kind of hope that this is rewritten a little bit, just so the vehicle rules are a little stronger. Because if the vehicle rules have to reflect the bike, it might get a bit clumsy. I think if this is the way the vehicle rules are. But this is obviously
this is the easy way of doing it. You just write the card, and if it's, I don't know, the Joker van or whatever.
It's an awesome model, and I'm delighted they released it.
Oh yeah.
It would have been very sad if it didn't come with rules at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as it goes, it's great that it's trying it. So anyway, let's go into the stats. So it's 150 rep this time.
Yeah.
Is Is it worth loads more than the others then?
Well, the question is it worth? It's 30 more points than the guy on his feet. You know, if you take him dismounted.
Sure. So is he worth 30 points for the bike?
So we'll see what you get.
So he's got strength 3 plus, and 4. He's got movement 5. This is the bike stats, by the way, not Batman. Obviously, when he dismounts, he just has the other
movement
stats.
4.
So he has movement 4. So he's still pretty awesome. Attack 4, defense 4, endurance 8, special 3, willpower 8. So he actually follows suit pretty much to the other guy, except for the movement, which is fair enough because he's on a bike. So
yeah,
movement 5 even sounds.
So we should really go through the rules of the bike. I'll just what's different about the bike. So this character is a BMC of 30 centimeters.
So basic movement of 30.
Yeah.
So instead of 10, he can go 30 anywhere, like without spending any.
And you've got movement 5 on top of that, you know. So you could go 30 plus 5d6.
Plus 5d6.
If you really wanted to get across the whole
He's
board.
also got a rule called fast.
Fast, so you can re-roll. Is it?
You re-roll your dice.
All of those.
Whichever one you want, I think.
So what's the total maximum is a lot, isn't it?
30 plus 30, you can move 60.
Yeah.
If you're being insane.
Yeah. 60. How wide is the board in general?
90.
Right.
He can move over half the board.
Yeah, it's fair enough. He's on a motorbike, you know. Or
if you're lucky. A lot of amazing dice rolls there.
He can either run, fair enough, otherwise it'd be instantly 60. Jump, no crossover difficult obstacles, fair enough. No smashing through crates and stuff. This character may not, well, it says this character can't use the sewers rules. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. He's not.
No sewers.
Yeah. At the beginning of the race and plan phase, you can remove from the I'm putting words in here.
Yeah, you can remove them and place them beside the bike anywhere you like. Yeah.
You can remove them from the game indefinitely and replace it for Batman The Dark Knight Rises version. Change his character sheet and maintain all damage. It's how you'd write it. You know, this is how anybody would write these rules.
Yeah.
It's just the guy. You know, you replace him with the guy on foot. All light sources within 50. Here we go. All light sources within 15 centimeters of this model become cancelled.
So he has a big dark bubble following him around.
Yeah, I've seen in the film. He shuts down. He's got the EMP pulse thing. Experimental ammo. This character can't manipulate ammo crates. Right, so there's no parking up next to the ammo crate and getting endless custom missiles, which will be amusing. But
yeah.
Nobody's leaving custom missiles lying around in the streets.
But apart from that, isn't that it?
That's about it, really. Yeah. So
that's his special
he's really, really fast.
Yeah.
He's got an extra movement. And he can only go on flat ground, basically.
So weapon-wise, he's got a custom missile, as we just mentioned. So that is 2 blood damage, so it's pretty strong with the explosive template. Ammo 1, rate of fire 1, so boom.
Explosives, you'd have to roll to hit somebody, wouldn't you, with that? And successfully hit them.
Yeah, you roll to hit. Put that template down.
Then everybody under that template is
on a 2+.
On a 2+, they're damaged.
Yep.
That's
good.
So always make sure you shoot at the low defense guy in the crowd.
Don't forget the anti-tank rule.
Oh yeah, which doesn't do anything. That's all. There's no tanks.
We don't know what it does.
Joker tank, no doubt, on its way.
Yeah.
To crush this thing.
Joker there.
Yeah.
Stun cannon. So he's got two stun damage, rate of fire 2, ammo 2, and it's got mechanic.
Wound on a 3.
Oh yeah, it's wounding on a 3. The ammo 2 is okay. It's a rate of fire 2 I'm a little concerned with. It'd be great if you're standing still, but if the bike's so fast and moving somewhere,
you're not going to want to sit around. Well, you might do. You might zoom up to the end of the street and they're all running towards you, and you can just sit there going you just stun cannon. Could be funny.
It's got detective.
Get off your bike and back all the way. Detective, yeah. So you can park the bike the river.
Reinforced gloves and bat armor Mark 2. So he's got a 6-up armor. 150 points. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get the show on the road. Let's go and have a fight. A fun fight. Whoa, well, that was some ride. So I guess the audience wants to know who the best Batman was.
Wait a minute, stop that, that's silly. None of this is in the rules. And I think you'll find it's not in the FAQ either. And I've tried to build it in BatBuilder and it just doesn't work.
Right, so after that we've come to the conclusion.
Yeah.
We know who the best Batman is. So we're going to start from last to the best. So in last place we're going to go with Arkham Origins Batman.
Yeah.
Why? He's too expensive. He can't use all his weapons. Sure, his stats are great, but he just doesn't.
He's not the only one with great stats, and he just costs relatively the most. And like Sai says, he's overloaded.
He's overloaded. You can only use one gun or attack, so it just feels a bit like he's got all his tricks, but all the tricks do the same thing.
Yeah, and one of his tricks, the shot gloves, you're kind of relying on a crit to make that do anything.
Yeah, and I wouldn't rely on a crit. 1 in 6 chance.
Crits kill people, that's true, but it's only 1 in 6 of the time.
Yeah. Okay, so in 5th place, we have given that to the Bat Pod.
Yeah.
The reason being, he's lost to defense compared to his counterpart when he's on foot.
The Batman on foot is good, great, but this one, you lose your defense, you gain mobility, you get a couple of weapons you might be able to shoot off. But I think I used it once in a game and it came true. He got shot down, he got mauled by gunfire before he really got anywhere.
And he's worried because he's on the ground as opposed to being able to backfly out to safety. So straight away he feels like he wants to get off the bike, and then you think, hang on, why did I even bring a bike if I'm trying to get off?
When I was using him, and it was a few months ago, I just had this feeling I wanted to get off the bike and start doing Batman stuff, rather than being a
sort of mobile
police
gun.
copper,
But he's good, but for 150 points, it just
great fluff wise, but in game probably not worth the cost.
Does he need all that mobility as well? It sort of feels like
he would not get a tournament we went to recently. The terrain's loads of great terrain, lots of scattered terrain. He'd be struggling to get around those boards. I mean, in our games we've got roads and stuff, empty, and he can get around. But on many games tables, he'd struggle to use that mobility. So, and it makes him more vulnerable as well. So.
Okay, in 4th place we have Adam West.
Yeah, controversial.
Well, why is that?
You could say, you could say a middle-aged man going around in his pajamas, being Batman is awesome in itself, but
he's good.
Game-wise, we're talking now.
He's good, but he isn't doing enough Batman stuff. There's a lot of free agents who can actually surpass him.
He's got awesome things. He's cheap and he's a leader, so it's a cheap leader. He's got arrest, which is rare and good, and that's about it.
It's not rare in a Batman game, though. All the cops have it.
Yeah, well, this is it.
So, but what he does have is a bat claw, which is really good. And so he can sit there and inspire all his henchmen or whatever. He is good. He is worth 75 points, but at the same time, he doesn't really do enough. He doesn't have enough punch. A fight against any other decent leader, he's lost.
I think he'll be used more in the future, I suspect.
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll cover that later.
Okay, and we've got in number 3, we've got Frank Miller.
Yeah, Frank Miller version.
Frank Miller. So this guy, we did actually really like him. He's as 109 points. He's good. He's pretty cheap. He can fight a bit. Well, that was kind of like our point.
Yeah.
He can fight a bit. He doesn't quite fight hard enough.
He's got night vision for no game reason. No apparent reason for in games.
He's he can fight a bit, but he can't quite do enough. I don't think he's nearly there. Endurance 9.
He's kind of like vanilla Batman a little bit, isn't he? He's got like middle of the road guy, really.
He's got he's the only one with combo with unarmed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not. Sorry, but
no, he's very average, really. That's why he's near the middle.
But yeah,
in terms of Batman's.
Yeah, he doesn't have as good a. He didn't have the remote control.
Coolest miniature, maybe. Coolest miniature, arguably. So. He's got that going for him.
He's good. He's good. He just wasn't quite good enough. Also, the higher endurance means that he's got more willpower to lose.
Yeah.
So yeah, good, but just. Yeah, he's number 3.
9, yeah, that's a good strength.
Now we're into the number 2.
Number 2, is Dark Knight Rises Batman on foot.
Dark Knight Rises. So we had a bit of a debacle about which one was better, him or Origins.
Yeah.
So
City.
City, not Origins. So City, and we really thought, what does the 10 points do? The difference.
Well, I was excited about this guy's got the stealth sneak attack combo, but really, that's not great. You're much more likely to be sneaking attack around the corner or from a back claw hidden position. Something like that.
Yeah. It was the attack 5 and the Mark 1 armor that I said this is why City has to take it.
Defense 5 with Mark 1 armor is awesome, so City's got that and that's great.
Yeah.
He's got attack 5 as well.
Attack 5, so he doesn't even need sneak attack.
Yeah,
that's going to be
Rises is only attack 4.
Yeah, he's not going to have. People can't defend that.
Otherwise, they're very similar. City's got explosive gel, which is useless, and he's got the remote control medium range.
He's got medium range, and
he's got that really awesome shooting attack.
That swings it. But you know what? Those two Batmans, they're both the best in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, it depends probably on your playing style, which one you prefer. You might, it depends on what you're trying to achieve with your games, which one you're going to use. We've seen a couple of people, and yourself included, have used Adam West to some good effect, and another guy used him and did quite well in a tournament we went to.
I think that it really depends on who else you want in the band. If you got that 10 rep, you really need it.
Yeah.
I can really see the differences of like where you go with that.
So the winner is
Arkham City
Batman.
Batman.
City Batman, yeah. Well done, lad.
My updates are awesome. Check it out. Okay, well that is a debatable definition of awesome.
So it seems a bit inevitable that we'll probably see a Gotham TV series version of Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. Maybe it'll be probably the series.
I've not seen the show at all. Is he a tiny little boy in it?
Yeah, he's like
a baby.
No, he's 13 or 14.
So a Malifaux style toddler.
That'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. He could probably be rubbish.
He's probably marking objective, really, isn't he? Don't kill the kid.
I don't even know if he's actually progressed as a character in it to really justify him.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay. Well, I imagine he'll come into it, but I don't know what stats he'd have. So yeah, that's up to you guys to make up. What would we like to see? I'll tell you what we'd really like to see. We want to see the 90s Batmans, really, don't we?
Some of them, yeah. We want to see Michael Keaton.
We absolutely love that.
Does the licensing allow Birdman? No, I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, Michael Keaton Batman.
That would be too good.
The original one, probably.
He would, from Batman 1 or Batman Returns as well. Like, it just seems like he would probably be the Batman. Or would he be better than Origins? He'd probably be very similar.
I don't know. I'll leave that to the designers to come up with.
Yeah, I like that. Or do you know what? There should be a Bruce Wayne in there as well.
Bruce Wayne in suit going to a party. Bruce Wayne, yeah, dinner jacket.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he'd work.
Sorry, the cat's just taking a crit.
The cat did, yeah.
So I rolled a 6 there.
Got him.
Poor cat. Bruce, Michael Keaton, definitely. Val Kilmer, I'll pass. You're alright there.
Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
Make one, cast it up, sculpt it up real nice, then take a mallet, squash it. I mean, some of the villains I'd love to see from some of those movies, like Jim Carrey Riddler, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
I'm a bit bitter about...
Arnie Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, we'd have that. I think that'd be popular. Arnie Mr. Freeze, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I heard somebody bellowing in a game shop not long ago demanding that one, actually. Because he wanted to do all the quotes, while playing games. He's got the right attitude, that guy.
I would like to see, we still need to see all the 60s villains in there.
I can't pay that kind of debt on a Daily Planet salary. I mean, you could, because you're...
Because I'm Batman.
I was gonna say rich.
I am also rich. I'm Rich Batman.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess we'll conclude there.
The great mystery of the universe has been solved at last. Well done, Sam.
Thank you. We'll conclude there. Thank you very much for watching and for all your support. And please, look below and tell us what you think about, like it. Say whatever you want about how we presented the video.
What video are we doing next, basically?
Yeah, what are we doing next? And I'm really sorry about the rain and stuff. It's been awful. My head's over there thinking, I have to stop the video. But anyway, better luck next time and all that. It's my fault for living up in Manchester. Alright, next time guys.
See you guys.
best Batman was...
Yeah.
It was Arkham City.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Arkham City. Well,
You can put that in the caption at the very end.